Hey, welcome to the next St. Stephen Spotlight. Today we have Cathy and Gary Reynolds. Guys, how have you all been since all of this craziness started in like mid-March? How have you been doing?
We're doing well.
We're doing okay. We're hanging in there, doing about the best we can, like everybody else.
Okay. What's been the most challenging thing for you the last few months?
Not gathering, seeing our friends, our family, traveling, helping with my parents down in Southern Ohio.
You all travel quite a bit, so I would imagine that might be like you mentioned, a spot where you feel the pinch of this.
That's been the roughest part.
Mm.
Trying to, we got relatives in Texas and Arizona, and Kathy's folks are in Southern Ohio, and a lot of her family there. So, yeah, that's been the roughest part.
Mm.
Missing all the travel.
Yeah, I think that's in some degree true of everybody. But like I said, I know you guys travel a lot, so I know that that's probably a hard thing. So beyond the traveling, and I know we've been separate. Since we've been separate, who from St. Stephen have you all been in touch with?
Well, we've seen Joanne. We do porch side visits every once in a while. We'll take a walk and pop over, and I've taken her cookies and flowers and just to see how she is.
Mm-hmm. Great.
We've called a couple of people. We FaceTime with the Basses. We've seen Doug and Sherry up at the church when we've been working.
Mm-hmm. Doug and Sherry and the two of you have done all sorts of work outside, and it looks fabulous. It looks as good as I've seen it look. So thank you. You guys have done great. Ray Rousseau has done some of that too. So thank you to all of you. That looks great. You have a sort of, I don't know if they want us to do this, but we'll do it anyway. You gave me a sort of update on the Basses. Could you give us a quick update on their situation?
Oh, sure. We FaceTime with them on a pretty regular basis. Brad's retired. They're enjoying that. They're enjoying being back with their family and their grandkids. They have 9 grandchildren up in South Dakota, and things are doing well up there. Their one son got a superintendent's job with a school, and there was no housing available for them.
Mm.
So they bought a house and they moved it.
Wow.
So they had a video of this house on, yeah, I don't know how they do those
They did a
things.
YouTube video of them moving it.
Yeah,
It's an hour drive away, so it was
it was a distance.
Wow.
quite a big move for a house.
So
Yeah.
what a time to become a superintendent, because there'd be all sorts of
Oh,
weird work
yes.
there. And then on top of it, they weren't just moving, they were moving their whole house. That's incredible. That's a lot.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. So you all have been members of St. Stephen for quite a while. Could you let folks know when you all started attending St. Stephen and how that all came about?
I don't know, but I've know all the pastors of St. Stephen, going back to Pastor Wallach.
Yeah.
I was confirmed at St. Stephen with Pastor McGee.
Mm-hmm.
He married us. We baptized our children there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, I officially became a member in '81 when our oldest daughter was baptized there. And
Okay.
yeah, so
so Kathy's been there
I
a
go
lot
back a
longer than I
ways.
have, but
But even that's close to 40 years now. So you've both been around for a while. So even Gary,
Well,
yeah. And one of the previous spotlights had Michael Boff and his family, and
right.
you all have a link to them.
His mom is my cousin.
Perfect. So you're related. You're family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't remember when that spotlight was. That was maybe 3 or 4 weeks back. But you're
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, yeah. They're great folks, and have been fun to have around. So in your opinion, and your opinion would be a strong one because of your time here. In your opinion, what are some of the strengths of St. Stephen? What does St. Stephen do well?
Well, one of the things that I think we do well that I really enjoy is the fellowship activities that include all the generations, families, kids from 0 to who knows. But those kind of events I think are wonderfully enriching.
And this adds to that. You know, you were talking about earlier how you weren't able to travel and your plans are all thrown off. Of course, our plans of having any kind of gathering, and especially a gathering where all different ages are all in one room, we're kind of on hold on that stuff.
Mhm.
But someday we hope to get back to that.
Did you want to add to
Yeah,
that?
well, most definitely. No, the fellowship and the service, I have to agree with Cathy on that. Uh, that's the thing I think we're really best at there, and we do the best at. So
Mhm. So what, I know you've told us what we do, what we're good at. What, if anything, would you like to see us or hope for us to do even better at?
well, that's a tough one, but I'm always looking and trying to come up with new ways to get younger people involved in the church
Mhm.
and you know getting them to become members and then getting involved in the whole operation of the church.
Gary has been known to text young people and ask them why they aren't in church.
I, way to use a medium that they would love, texting, and I did not know that you did that. And
Well, so far it hasn't been too successful,
But he
unfortunately,
has done it
but
before.
I've done it.
so I don't know what this means. I must not be young because I'm not getting those texts.
Well, and these are some of the youth that I went on some mission trips with in the past,
Oh,
and that I still am connected with in different ways
mhm.
sometimes. So I'm always after these. Why aren't you in church? Why aren't you going to church? Where are you at?
Today I joined Daniel Amantia and Mary Appleby with the young kids Zoom Sunday school.
Oh, okay.
And they were talking in there about how, since the building is closed, how we can be church that like goes, we're still the church just because the building's closed. And they asked the kids how they can be church when they go to school. And you all, Gary, you texting people is sort of, taking the show on the road and bringing a reminder to people that they're not forgotten. And so you're following through on a thing that they talked about today during Sunday school. You're doing great.
Good to know. Good to know. We'll keep trying something.
You're doing great. Some hopeful day, we're going to be back together. I know we're sort of semi back together, but we'll really be back together with maybe more back to normal together. What are you looking forward to when we're back together? What are the things that'll be the highlights?
Well, just seeing more of the people that we don't get a chance to see that we were used to seeing back before this all happened, and definitely the music program and the bells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Worshiping and singing, communing together again.
yeah.
Can't wait to be able to do all those things again.
Yeah, it's out there someday, and we'll just keep moving towards it. The bells and the singing have been a common response to that. So, Don and Ellen and Connie and all the folks associated with music will be reminded that you haven't forgotten about them.
Great.
So before that hopeful day, between today and that hopeful day when we're all back together, how can we pray for you all?
Well, support prayers for my parents. My mom's got dementia. She could use some additional help, but during these crazy times, it's kind of hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
And my sisters who are doing the best they can to help them. And then our families and friends that are out of state, especially in hot spots, like our daughter in Texas, and then our other daughter's outside of Columbus. She's not in Franklin County, but she works in Columbus. And our son-in-law and our two daughters have both been working from home since March. At this point, we don't know if they'd be going back anytime soon. I think Carrie in Texas might not be until after the first of the year, if they do it at all. But at least they're employed and they're doing the best they can. So we appreciate that.
Okay, real quick, what are your parents' names and your kids' names so we make sure we're praying for them?
So it's Nancy and Roger,
Nancy and Roger.
and Aaron and Travis, and Carrie and JC and Maddie. She's our 3-year-old granddaughter.
Okay. And Gary, we talked about this before we got on here, but you've put your name on here as bowling, which reminds me that you're tied in with students in our area. And, we've been trying to be thoughtful of them and teachers and administrators. And we know it's been a crazy time with all of that. Is there any other thing that you would like to add? Anything else we can pray for, Gary?
Just everybody, not only the church congregation, our church family, but everyone there in the schools and so forth. Stay healthy and stay safe and healthy.
All right. Now, I've asked because sometimes it can be a lot of heavy questions, like what would you do differently? Some of these are kind of hard questions. And, I didn't want to just leave you like, oh my goodness, depressed with it. So I've tried to go out on a high note. The high note can be if you have any books or TV shows or movies that you've seen that you like to recommend, or if you have a joke that you would like to tell, so we can all sort of say, that was great.
Well, Gary had a joke and I said no.
She nixed my joke.
That makes me want to hear
My
it.
teacher joke, but oh well.
Do you remember what it is?
Well, okay, here goes.
Okay.
My teachers always told me while I was in school that I was never going to amount to much because I procrastinated so much and everything. So my response to them was, just you wait.
That's that.
Yeah, whatever.
Cathy, I thought when you said he wouldn't be able to tell it, I think he did great. That's fine.
Oh yeah, okay, funny, haha.
Gary and Cathy, thanks for letting us catch up with you guys. Thanks for updates on your family and on the Basses and on other members who visited. We will see you all again soon. I'm going to say goodbye. Our screen does keep freezing.
And the audio is cutting out again.
Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye and sort of turn you off here, and we'll go from there. Thanks for joining us, though. Thanks, and we will be praying for you, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, thank you. Stay